Lloyd Sigal is a graduate of the College of Arts and Architecture and managing principal at Cohn Pedersen Fox Associates, a leading architectural firm with high-profile projects around the world. He's played a key role in managing the 700-person global firm and oversees many of its biggest and most complex projects in international urban centers. Just you wait, you'll find out. Lloyd has worked across the United States, Europe, South America, and Asia, stewarding projects and serving as principal in charge for many of these projects, including the Mohegan Sun Resort in Connecticut, the Samsung headquarters in Korea, and the Honey Center in China. He also adds to his portfolio Prudential headquarters in New Jersey, the Infinity Tower in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the Heron in Tampa, Hudson Yards in New York, and the recently completed art house at South Broad and Spruce in Philadelphia. Taking on large-scale projects and finding solutions to challenges is what many nominators echoed in their support of Lloyd. They noted his ability to inspire clients to see the big picture and to collaborate on the entire project down to its finest details. In fact, finding solutions to these challenges seems to be a point that Lloyd not only excels at, but thrives on. One nominator said, Lloyd, that you thrive on it almost delightfully. As a longtime supporter of the Department of Architecture at Penn State, Lloyd has mentored numerous architecture and architectural engineering students and has helped high school students win scholarships and land eventual jobs at top architectural firms. Lloyd's spirit of bringing those around him together can be seen through numerous New York-based field trip opportunities that he has helped to create and curate for Penn State students and alumni. These building blocks of student connections certainly lay the foundation for a strong connection to future Penn State students. For that, the Penn State community is certainly humbled to call you, Lloyd, one of our very own. We're honored to present you with the Alumni Fellow Award.
Let me adjust this up. Just a note, I'm following a real estate executive, architect following a real estate executive, which is kind of ironic. So I feel like I'm home. Spent the last 2 days here in State College. It's like I never left. It's been 5 years in this neighborhood. The architectural studios were over in the engineering units, over by the president's house. I lived 2 blocks away over on South Gill Street, so this was my neighborhood. All the bars and restaurants, the diner, that's where I hung out. So it's really great to be back, and I love coming back to State College. A few months ago, Dean Carpenter, Arts and Architecture, called me. Told him I wasn't feeling very well, I wasn't sure what was going on. Later, I found out I had COVID, but that was okay. He said he had news to cheer me up, and read from one of the letters nominating me for the award. That letter was written by one of my dearest friends, John Hoke. John was a classmate from the class of 1988. John received the same award 14 years ago. So that's 2 alumni from the same very tiny class of 24 people getting this award. John and I have maintained closeness for the last 40 years. We met 1983 as two awkward 18-year-old kids trying to figure it out. We had big hair. He still had hair. Mine was just really thick. We had big dreams, big ambitions, and John went on to become chief design officer at Nike, and I became a managing partner in a large architectural firm doing global work. It's just an amazing story. We spent a day a couple of weeks ago in Bryant Park in New York and told a lot of stories. It's just keeps going. I think the key secret to John and I might be our wives. We both married Penn State women. and we're still married to the same woman. But my wife majored in liberal arts, 1987, but more importantly, she was a waitress at the Skeller. And I would go every Friday for happy hours, and I tipped very well. We eventually got married and have two sons. But back to John, every time I meet with John, he looks at my feet first to make sure I'm wearing Nikes. Not wearing them today, wearing dress shoes, but certainly try to abide. Thanks to my dear friends, Professors Dan Willis and Murdad Hadiki, who invited me over the years to engage with the architectural department and the students. And it's been a joy to work with these students. They're so talented, so energetic, hardworking. And I've been mentoring them, portfolio reviews, design reviews. They call on me, and I really enjoy it. And paying it forward is what people talk about. It's a great thing. Very common to Penn State. But I also hire, I give internships, and really continue mentoring these young architects. There are a number of young architects that I've mentored. My entourage in the audience today, I want to call them out. Eamon, Zainab, Neosha, Sydney, and Parachi, who's a current fifth-year student, interned with us over the summer. We have about a dozen in KPF, the greater KPF network, and growing. We have a really good time. It's a really great community of Penn Staters in New York. But reflecting on it, and you heard some of the names, it's really great to see how the university has become more diverse since I was here in the 80s. Most of the students I'm mentoring and hiring they weren't born in the U.S. They were born in other countries. They speak multiple languages. They have a very different worldview, perspective. And most of the people I'm mentoring are women. Architecture has really changed over the last 20, 30 years, which is a great thing. This brings a lot of different perspective to the work, to the school, university, and to my studio. We benefit from the diversity. Lastly, I want to thank my parents. They always loved coming to State College, Arts Festival. They would drop me off and hang out. They loved being here. They loved the restaurants, the way of life. My father was an architect, and so I want to recognize my father passed away over COVID, but he was a role model and my biggest cheerleader. He used to watch my projects. He would, probably in Philadelphia, he would drive by and look at it, take pictures, and we had a common bond through architecture over my career. Anyway, thanks to the Alumni Association. This is a great event. I'm humbled by the whole event. Thank you.